Hello, beautiful people. Future me. Welcome to another programming workout of mine. We'll do a Spring tutorial again. Let's get into it. Yes, call. Okay. Ah, come on. Ah, oops. 5. It felt worse. Maybe not so bad after all. this record, I need to do something else. I'll make a note. And we are out of the time. Alright. So I'll close this. And start the other timer. Have a look in my notes. And what's here? Choose the auto wiring. Yeah, it's the same thing. And I was the auto detect. Maybe it's here. Where's the auto detect thingy? Spring first tries to wire using auto wire by constructor. If it does not, Spring tries to auto wire by type. So maybe if I go to the project and I don't have here anything, that will work. Okay, I've been 6ml, what the main app looks like. So I'm getting the top bean and then the inner bean. Okay, now they are not connected anyway, at least in my bean 6ml configuration file. Yeah, so this is not how it works. So let's say something in the next chapter. Here's annotation. Something else. I don't like the advertisements at all. Inspect. Google Right Ads, yeah. Display. None. Buy. Okay, I don't know the out of thingy. We can continue with a Spring annotation based configuration. Since 2.5, it became possible to configure the dependency injection using annotations. So instead of using XML to describe a bean wiring, you can move the bean configuration into the component class itself by using annotation on a relevant class, method, or field declaration. Annotation wiring is not turned on in the Spring container by default, so before we can use annotation-based wiring, we will need to enable it in our Spring configuration file. So consider following configuration file in case you want to use any annotation in your Spring application. So it is context annotation config. And that's it. Okay, so I think So what is next? Java-based configuration required, auto-wired, and so on. So what I will do is create a new project as an exercise, and then I will try this annotations. Okay, so I go here. Here I'll say new project, and that will be Spring. Yes, the library will be here. In dev we have Spring, and we will include the libraries. There we go. Okay. Next, then it is tutorials point, and this will be Spring example, and this will be 5. Yeah, 5. Finish this window. Okay, so it's the same drill as always. So here will be the beans configuration file, XML, XML. Yep. Beans, and here we'll have config. Okay, that's not it. So it was I don't know how it was. So well, I will have a look. Look. Context. Here we go. And that's that. And then we will have the bean definitions. But for that we will have to have some annotations in the first place. So package it is com.example. In the com.example we will have a class. This will be the main app. Here will be the public static void method, the starting point of our application. And here I will create the context, the container of our application, but it will be right after I will pour my tea. Okay, so I want new class path XML application context. We will take it from beans.xml. This will be, yeah, I will extract it to a variable. It will be just context, and it will be just application context. Yes, I will import the class, and now I will create two beans. One will be in outer, the other one will be inner. So I go here, and I will say our top bean, and this will have a private inner bean, like so. I will generate getters, setters, and so on. So constructor first without anything. with no input parameters, then I will have a constructor with that parameter, and finally getters and setters. Yep. Okay, now we are missing the inner bean, right? So I will create that class in here, and I will just override the toString method. What? I don't want to generate, I want override toString, and we will change this, and it will be inner being toString. I will just return this. So the top bean now is okay, nothing is red. Now I can define these beans inside of the beans XML. And the first bean will be with the ID of inner bean, and the class will be pointing out to our inner bean class. That's it, and then we will have another bean, and that will be our top bean ID top bean, and class is equal to com.example dot. Whoops, go away, go away. Why don't you? Okay, it froze. Top bean. So we have that. What now? Yeah, now I want to play with the annotations. So if I run it just like this, it should blow up in my face, I think. And so I will run it. Yeah, well, it will do nothing. So I want top bean, and we will get from context get bean top bean, yeah, and we will extract it to top bean, yeah, and here we will say top bean dot get inner bean, and all of it will print out. And now if I run it, it should do something. So if we get null, nothing got wired anywhere. So we will proceed with the annotation. So we will go to the top bean, and the inner bean we will annotate by required. That's deprecated. But will that work? Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, so we will have a look what they say. So required Setter methods, auto-wired. Okay, so the auto-wired on setter methods to get rid of the property element in XML. Okay, so on a setter it is. Text editor here, set, and on that is auto-wired. Okay, so I'll do that. Where's the setter? Here, auto-wired. Here we go. Now I will run it again. This one works. And it's based on what? Property element configuration. So it tries to perform by type auto wiring on method. Okay, so if I change the name, that should be okay. So this will be not InnerB, it will be some nonsense. And if I run it again, it will be okay. Yeah. Alright, we will break it if we have two of the same type, two. And if I run it now, it will be confused because it does not know which one to choose, right? Okay, so this one works as well. What about now? Maybe now it will be broken. Yeah, no, it is broken. So it's doing it by type, and if we have two types, it's switched to the name as well, I think. So we'll remove those. We know what it breaks. And can I also do without those and just say top bean that I will say this is bean? What's the problem? Not applicable to type. Okay, so go back. This is not the way to do it. Application, yeah, sure. Create beans. I don't know what this does do. Files received via import will be added implicitly. Configuration files used for testing must not be added to context. Okay, so rerun it again just to see the beautiful working state of the application. Okay, so we have that one works. So we have auto-wired, then we have a qualifier. Remove the confusion by specifying which exact bean will be auto-wired. Okay, so qualifier student 1 and we have student 1, student 2. I see. Okay, so that will solve that problem. if we have, that's not what I wanted. So if I have a inner bean 1 and inner bean 2, and I'll try to run it now, it will blow up. Yeah, but if I go to the top bean and I set up the qualifier in here, qualifier, that will be inner bean 1. And I rerun it again, it should be okay. Voila. Okay, so it was simple. So close this, close that. Resource post window open pre-destroy JSR annotations. Yeah, so that will be post construct, the alternate initialization callback, and pre-destroy annotation to alternate destruction call. Okay, so we will have public void pre-const. I will say here, oh come on, top bean pre-const, like so, and the annotation for this is what is it? Post construct. And it's not available anymore as well. Okay, so cool. What about pre-destroy? Also does not exist anymore. Okay, so moving on. What is the next thing? Java-based configuration. So 6. Yeah, so I'll just create a project. And here I'll say new project. Create def spring lips. Next. Oh crap. This next. This will be spring example 6. Finish, yes, in this window. So now here we'll have what? Do I need a XML configuration file at all? I don't know. So package example. Oh no. Like so. Okay. Let's have a look what they do. Configuration bean. Okay, so without the XML file. And we create some app config. Well, we are out of the time, which means we are done. So I did post into my notes, right? Yeah. And here we will say continue in. I like more. And say that. And we are done. Done is better than perfect. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.